Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
And here is your host, filmmaker, Meosha Bean.
Hi guys, welcome to Creators Today. Today we have a special guest. What's your name?
My name is Lawrence Walker. I'm from Ghana.
Ghana.
Nice to be here.
Nice. How was your childhood and like what was that like growing up?
I grew up with my grandmother for the past 15 years. When I was a kid, as I was growing, I didn't know my mother. I only know my grandmother as my mom, you know. So I grew up in the city of my country, you know. So it has always been one thing in my life I wanted to do, like sport. I really wanted to do sport. So I remember gone are the days I would just wake up 6:30 in the morning and go around with my friends. And my grandma would text me, hey, my local name, native name is called Kwesi. I was born on Sunday. So they would say, hey, Kwesi, where are you? Why are you roaming about? Go to school. So on my 16th birthday, then we visited hometown. Then I got to realize, yeah, this is my mom. They told me this is my real mom. It's like,
oh, wow.
I wasn't feeling like this is my mom, you know. I just see her as my sister.
Yeah.
I didn't have the feeling, you know, because I've not been with her for the past 16 years.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't easy for me. I always say I never had that mother love, like you've been with your mother, those stuff. I never had that. I was continuing doing my sport till I got to my basic school. That was my final year. Got to a point on my final year, I couldn't afford to pay my fees. It wasn't easy, and because grandmother was just a trader, things were not moving on. Things were not moving on properly for her. So there wasn't enough money in the house, you know. It was very tough. So I decided to pay attention to my craft, to the sport. Yes, because I really love football. When I go out to play with my friends, they will tell me, hey, Walker, you good, man, you good. There was a man who was from Nigeria then. That was around 2012 somewhere. He chased me to the house, told my grandmother that I want to take your son to Nigeria. I want to manage him. And my grandmother was like, no, 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 no. My grandmother sacked him. Yeah, because I was a kid and my grandmother didn't know much about, you know, sports. So he thought the guy wanted to take advantage. So he never allowed.
Oh.
So I started focusing, trying to do my best.
Did you teach yourself?
My school fees. Of course.
That's amazing.
I taught myself everything.
Wow.
I taught myself everything. That was a wonderful question. You know, in Africa, let me say, my country in particular, facilities are very scarce, you know. Facilities are very, very scarce to train with. We only play in the gravels, in the beach, you know, that kind of stuff. Rough roads. I watch videos of the best players. My favorite was Cristiano Ronaldo. I love Ronaldinho then, but Cristiano Ronaldo was somebody I was looking up to.
Yeah.
He's been an amazing person to me. Yes, because he's very strong-minded person. I learn a lot from him. Sometimes I go training without food.
Oh, wow.
I go training without food. Yes.
Exactly. That shows your determination and your drive that you have. And not many people, you know, have that.
You're right. So I remember my first time I went to play outside the city. So I was selected. When I play outside the city, I was selected to inter schools. So then I won too, so they picked me to the regionals. We traveled to the western part of Ghana,
Wow.
and fortunately for me, I met one of the coaches. Not knowing one of the coaches was my auntie's husband. My auntie's
Wow.
husband. I've never seen my aunties before.
Oh,
So
wow.
he was like, "What's your name?" It was coincidental. So I told him my name is like your Walker. Yeah, I know your auntie. Do you know your auntie's husband? I said, "Oh, really?" So he took me home and called my grandmother that I'm not going back to the city. They want me to stay with them so that I'll continue my education and focus on my craft.
That's
I was
great.
very happy. I was very happy because I knew him that he's a coach, and if I stay with them, that's what I love. That's my passion. So everything's gonna be on. So like on the week, they brought everything from city. Then I started schooling in the western side of Ghana. I started my college. I mean the high school. Yeah. Then I finished school, so I continued my high school in the western side boys school.
Nice.
And I started focusing on my crafts. And fortunately for me, the school I went to was like they were in sport, very good in soccer. So I learned a lot from there.
Yeah.
It got to a point I had no one to even attend for my PTA because if the PTA, it was tough. Moisha, it was crazy for me.
How did
But I
you
had one.
figure it out? How did you get like how did you was it the people around you that supported you that got you out of that situation?
So what I did is I was always lucky guy. I've been always lucky guy, you know.
Hmm.
The school I went before my basic school.
Yeah.
On my SHS, the accountant was the madam who taught me English back in my
Nice.
SS. Yes, and I remember one day on the third term of my second year, she called me that, hey, I've seen your something I've forgotten. I mean your dues. You have not paid it. What is happening? She started questioning me why I've not been paying my school fees, and
Yeah.
I was feeling shy. I couldn't even say anything. He said she can help me. And I said, okay. So she told me that she will raise a fund for me. The fund was I have to write quiz, English quiz. So I participated and I was second.
Wow.
I wasn't that bad, you know.
That's amazing. That's
I was
amazing.
second. I went to Mr. Nyamia. He was a teacher. He was my favorite teacher. It was like, so he was like, Lawrence, I could see you can run. When you're playing soccer, I could see you could run very, very well. So I want you to run 400 meters during inter schools so that I can get your scholarship attached to your football. I said, okay. In fact, the whole year I've been in school, nobody knew that I could run. So I trained personally, secretly. Yeah, I trained secretly and personally in my own thing. So during inter schools in the stadium, I shocked everybody. I remember he went to throw a bird at for me. It was I think $100, something like that. Yeah, he threw a bird that I have someone. He'll come and show you guys. So I ran with one of the best schools
Nice.
and I won. I won.
That's
Yes.
amazing. Congrats.
It's something that I love. Something that I love. I have so many certificates. I can even show you some if you want.
Yeah, yeah, please.
So I love it. When I'm doing sport, when I'm doing sport, I feel like this is my life.
Hmm. Hmm.
But the most difficult part in sports is when you don't have anybody to help you. There are
Yeah.
so many players out there. There are many people. They are very good at sport. They have the crafts, but they don't have anybody to help them.
Yeah.
So this is what I see. I really wanted to make it in life so that I can go to reach out those people to
Hmm.
help them. It's very sad. And this thing makes those people wretched in the society because this is what they love and they don't have anybody to support them. So they start doing anything, to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if they are not fortunate to find themselves in a bad company, it's brought them their life at end. You see them being drunkards, smokers, and so on. This is what I've seen in our society. I mean, just in our society, the whole world.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people want, the platform.
Hmm.
They want people to hold them, But here we are, because there's no money,
Mm.
because people don't add value to them, you
Right.
know. They are still underdogs. So this is what I feel in my heart always, that I pray to God. It's not easy for me still. I'm still pushing harder.
Do you have a dream to, like, what's your ultimate dream? Is it to come to America and play for a professional team? Be able to, like you said, you want to be able to impact others, to help others, which is great. I think that's, I think that's what we all kind of want, right? Is to, when we get to a certain level of our career, we want to go back and reach back to the people that helped us, or just, I think, build each other up, the ones that are less fortunate. What's your dream?
You've said everything for me. It's been I'll be very, very grateful. I'll be very happy because I just want to touch that soil. Not even only America, anywhere around the world.
Yeah.
Anywhere around the world, either America, anywhere you could, and anybody who could reach me out to bring the best in me. Because I will see myself that if I'd had a chance earlier, even now, those people have professional trainers, they have professional facilities, they have time. Now I'm working, I'm still playing football.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
So work and play
I'm working
football?
because I don't have enough. I have to survive to pay my rent. I have to survive to, eat. Maybe somebody at home wants something. I need to, survive to pay. This money just doesn't do anything for me. It's a stepping stone.
Right.
So it's
Right.
been my great, great dream of a professional team. I'm trying to find myself one here, but the problem is here in the country of UAE, if you really don't know anyone because it's a local thing. One thing in football, it's a professional business.
Right.
It's like you're selling a product, and the product's supposed to have background. Every good product has background and recommendation. You can just product doesn't sell itself just like that. The product's supposed to have like people around it that will tell you, okay, I've used it. I know how the product works. This is how football is. So when you take a player, before the player can be seen or be taken, it's supposed to be that kind of conversation, you know, in the market.
Right.
They're supposed to add value. The value is you telling the team or the person you want to take the player to, or the team you want to take the player to, that this is how the player works. This is the position. This is how you can use him to fit your team. You know, and one hard thing in football also is that if you're not lucky, you can be good as Messi, you can be good as Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Some coaches would not see you. Why? Because they don't know you.
Right.
You just came alone. Most of the coaches also go to teams with their own players, they work with their own players.
I see.
So maybe the position you are trying to acquire or take from the team, the coach's player is there. Business people, people who understand football,
Right.
people who are agents, to sell you to the team. This
I
is what
see.
I don't have.
I see.
I
So
don't
that's
I
the
don't
missing
have a
link.
manager. I don't have a manager. I don't have an agent.
Got it.
So these two people is what I need right now. Because if you have the manager will be the one to support you. That okay, maybe you are traveling to this place for the trial. I'll pay everything. It will be like a contract, and the agent will be the one who will set the teams that needs a player so that he will put you there for the trials. If you go, you're good. He will be the one to convince the team that this is what I have and it's good. Just give him time, do this, and so on and so forth. This is how football works. So you can be good as Ronaldo, you can be good more than anyone in the planet, but if you don't have those two ingredients in football, it's hard. You could get a chance, but it's hard. Yeah, so this is one of the main reasons some of the people doesn't sell.
Got it.
Last year when I came here, I played competition and I won. I was the best player. I can see in the pictures. When you go to my Instagram, you see it. I was
Yeah.
overall best player in UAE. That was August, last year, August. And I had a chance to go to Germany, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. The guy wanted to take me as his own player. I said, no problem. We'll go. Then later he said, I want you to come and stay with me in the house, so on and so forth. So the way we was talking, yeah, I couldn't sing him well. You can't
Got
just
it.
say take a player and stay with the player. When you take a player you want to manage, you take him to a team.
Yeah.
You understand? I've been getting the chance, just that I've been able to get the right people,
Right.
the position regarding whoever you are, where the position you have in life, whether president, whether you minister or you billionaire or millionaire, God gave you that opportunity to reach out the weak, the people who are on the street. He
Right.
gave you the opportunity there to help those people on the street begging.
Yeah,
If you call
absolutely.
yourself a billionaire, yes. If you call yourself a billionaire and your brother cries every day, doesn't have food to eat,
Yeah.
is that what you call life?
Right. I think a lot of people they lack compassion. I think a lot of people around the world do, like the very rich and wealthy. I think, but there are people out there that definitely, like you said, they give back and they help others. But I feel like you said, if the world, if we all understand that, like the bigger picture is helping others, then there's no need for anyone to be, poor or without something. You know what I mean? If we all help each other, because one, it's like a chain. Like I help you, you help me, this person help you, you help this person. It just like grows, right? And then soon the problem is it's not there anymore, right? So I
Of
totally
course.
agree with you.
Let me add this one. We always say there's a problem in the world.
Hmm.
And where is the problem? The problem is not anywhere. It's the compassion we lack.
Absolutely.
The rich keep being rich and keep looking down on the poor.
Yep.
The poor keep being poor because he's not given the opportunity, because he has no value. He has no. When now the world is, if you don't have money, you don't have value.
Which is sad, and it's not true. Uh,
Of course.
you know, uh, Even in the film industry, that I'm in now, um, it wasn't. It's not as easy as people think. It's a hard industry as well to get into, especially when you are a woman and a woman of color. So you have these two things that you're working with in
Yeah.
America. But I had to overcome these situations, and there were times when I first, like when I decided I wanted to do this and I knew I wanted to do this as a profession, there were lots of people that were like, you should just get a normal job, don't do this, it's not worth it, you're not going to actually do this, it's get a real job. You hear those people talking in your ear and you're like, no, because there's something within you that says, I know my purpose, I know what fulfills me, and I'm going to do that no matter what, no matter how hard it gets. Because it was hard. There were times that I was like, God, are you sure this is the place you want me to go? Is this what you want me to do? Because there were times that the door just closed, and it was 1 minute it was open, and I was like, getting a little discouraged. But I knew that if I just keep on, the worst thing that we can all do, anyone, no matter where we are, whatever profession we wanted to do with our lives, if we stop, that's when everything, your whole life is over. So never stop is what I'm saying. It's like, no matter how hard it gets, because you seem like the person that is very, you have a very, like a tenacity, like a drive. And I think those are the key components to be great, you know because you
You're
are.
right. Let me tell you something. You remind me of something, real quick. When you said it got to your point, the doors were closing. I experienced this 10 times
Mm-hmm.
before I traveled to UAE. Before I traveled to this place, United Arab Emirates. That was last year. So back in 2018, before the preparation to 2019, I got to a point now that I finished the SS. I'm in the high school. I need to go to university. I got to a point, even the house I'm living is, I'm not happy anymore because there's no money.
Yeah.
And there will be, when a man doesn't have money in the house, everything annoys him.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be fights and stuff because I'm not the biological son, I'm just my aunties, I'm staying with my aunties. So I moved. But lucky for me, when I moved out, because I knew my purpose, I knew what I wanted to be, I never did any social vices, any bad social vices, like, bad company.
Yeah.
I can move for them, but my mind were clear. So I remember one day I was staying with my friends. I was staying in my friend's house, one of my friend's house, and the mother came and asked me, "What work do you do?" And I told her that I play football. She looked at me. It's like, "Is that one to a job?"
Mm,
I get offended. She started, you know, she said, "When are you going to get money? Who's going to see you?" She started discouraging me with so many words.
yeah.
And she told me to go and do you know what is called mate?
What
You
is
know
it?
what's called mate? Mate is like in my country, you see a bus that's caravan,
Uh-huh.
there'll be a driver and there'll be somebody taking money from the passengers.
Oh, okay.
Good. Have you experienced that before?
No, I never have, but I think
Yeah,
I know
but
what you mean.
yeah, I'll take you to Ghana one day. You will see some. So the woman came to tell me that I should go and do the job. If I'm not doing that job, you'll not let him stay there because I'm a footballer, because there's no value in what I'm trying to do.
Wow.
I cried. I cried. I remember I cried. And I told God, I know this is difficult. Moisha, it got to a point. When I wake up in the morning, I don't know what I'm going to eat.
Mm,
I don't even know where I'm going. So I met one woman in my church. I was playing trumpet then
mm-hmm.
on different church. So I had a friend. That lady likes to come around, cheers me up and give me motivation. Work out, don't stop. I believe in you. You can do it. She talks. One of the thing, the woman started being my friend. She brings me food sometime. So one day I was there. She said, "Walker, I want you to escort me to church, my own church." I said, "No, I can't go because I have to play trumpet in my church, and that's what I do, for living as well, just
Nice.
to get small money
That's
coins too."
amazing because you never know where those blessings are going to come from in whatever area that you know.
Of
Because
course,
God is He works like that.
believe me, when I went to the church, the first day I went to the church, the church, it is called LDS, Latter Day Saints. I don't know whether I've heard it before. So the main pastor of the branch, after we closed, he called the woman and asked of me, "Who is he?" And the woman told, "Oh, he's my friend. I brought him to church today." I said, "I want this guy in my church." So it started from there.
That's
It
awesome.
started from there to a point that I'll go to the house, go and help them, like during the days. And sometimes I sleep in the house.
That's good. I mean, that's amazing that, I mean, how far you've come, you know what I mean? From like the fact that someone, really saw something in you and really was willing to help, to kind of push you forward. And just that's the beautiful thing about, your story is that there's always someone, right? We never know who's going to help us, but there's always someone that is going to come along and say, "Hey, I can help you." Even if it's in the smallest way, the fact that someone
Of
reaches out
course.
and helps you, that's a beautiful thing. Really quick question. I know that, but like, what would you say you need to have in order to, whether they're in Ghana or they want to do what you're trying to do, like who doesn't have the means or the wherewithal to pursue something. What advice would you give that child?
One thing I will advise everybody outside there, whether Ghana or around the world, is that they should believe in themselves. They should have a purpose on what they're doing. They should know that in the world, when you say something, everybody will try to tell you their mind. So what you have to put in your mind that you believe in your craft, you believe in yourself, be determined to work for it. Try as much as possible not to give up, because the last thing is be prayerful and, you know, try to learn from the best. There'll always be a way for you. There will be always a way for you if you don't give up.
That's awesome. I love that. You're amazing. And I'm so glad we got to talk, and just to hear your story is it's such a beautiful story, and a story of, like you said, determination. And I think, I'm inspired by your story. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. And thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so very much.
I I don't know. You have a heart of gold. You're somebody that I think you're not just there for the world. You're true for the all human. God gives you this opportunity to help us also, the people like us. And I wanted to say we love you so much. I personally am your big fan.
Thank you.
One day maybe I'll become a billionaire and I'll be your sponsor. I pray.
Well, guys, this was a fun and
Peace out.
awesome episode. And always remember to live, love, laugh. Bye, guys.